Hello everyone, I'm Justin, and for today's video, we're falling in love. Now, before we start, this is a review of the second season of The Dangers in My Heart. If you want a bit more background and to understand better this review, please check out the review for the first season. And as always, this video will have some heavy spoilers for the second season, so please take that in consideration. And with that said, let's move on with the video. The second season of The Dangers in My Heart takes everything that was good for the first season, puts a focus on character development, and just makes every right decision for a romance drama. It is not an understatement to say that this is peak romance drama. The most realistic depiction that you will ever find in an anime about a growing relationship between two middle schoolers as they learn about themselves, each other, and grow as people. This is peak romance. Second season takes from where first season left off. Our characters are now closer and more aware of each other. There is a clear tension between them, and they are starting to realize their feelings for each other. This is what the story does so well. First of all, it sets the story in middle school, a point where it makes sense for kids to start having feelings for the opposite sex, but are still not sure about how to handle those feelings. And as they slowly grow older and get closer, those feelings mold into likability, wanting to spend time together, feeling happiness when they do something for you, jealousy when someone else is talking to them, and slowly turning those feelings into love. The author clearly understands the steps to take for a relationship to grow. And instead of going with the usual high school rom-com approach of a girl hitting on a guy and the guy being oblivious to it, it takes a realistic approach of both characters learning about their feelings and growing closer together one step at a time. It is so refreshing to see a realistic depiction of a romance written in a setting that makes sense, with the characters acting their age in situations that you could see yourself in. I mean, who doesn't remember those meddling classmates in middle school that wanted to make a grand celebration every time there was a new relationship in the school? Or your friend that was always attracted to any girl that just gave him the time of the day? This feels like real characters put into a real world. And it is surprising how many high school rom-coms get it wrong. But a middle school romance drama with a really dumb starting premise understood it so well. I could talk non-stop about so many different aspects and arcs of the story. About how each episode feels like they are grown both mentally and physically, like in the episode where his voice starts to get deeper.
多分、声変わりだと思う。
The cute little romantic moments like Valentine's Day. Or the more serious moments of her growing career as an actress.
ティーンはいいね、ティーンは。
But I think today I want to focus on two specific moments of the second season. The farewell speech in the episode 6 and the last episode, 13. So remember, spoilers ahead. Episode 6 takes place at the end of their second year of middle school. As third years are about to leave school, a teacher asks Kyotaro to represent the second year students and give a farewell speech. Kyotaro hates this. As an introverted with stage fright, he's terrified of the idea of going up and talk in public. But he pushes himself to do it, in part because of the pressure from his classmates, but mostly because Yamada wants to see his cool side. Even after a failed rehearsal where he could barely raise his voice, he decides on going forward in order to challenge himself for the better, even to the point of taking voice lessons from Yamada and getting a haircut just to show his resolve. And the day of the speech comes. He is as ready as he could be. He practiced with Yamada. He has taken long and hard breaths. He wrote the perfect speech. Wait, where is his speech? He forgot his speech. Trapped in such a situation, he could run away or tell the teachers the problem. But as he's going up the stairs, he has this inner monologue with his grown-up ideal personality of himself, about how people have trusted and helped him, his teachers, his sister, Yamada, but the one who has trusted him and loves him the most, that is himself.
お前のことが一番好きなのは俺だぞ!
As he delivers an impassioned speech, we see how much he has grown. From the quiet kid that had weird psychotic thoughts in his head, to a young man that has learned to love himself. Add to that the last minutes of the episode, where the third-year guy tells his feelings to Yamada, only to be rejected and imply that she is in love with Kyotaro, and we have one of my favorite episodes to air this season. Seriously, how can a single episode have more character development than almost all other animes have in a full season? For God's sake, the guy literally learned to love himself and got an indirect confession from the girl he likes. All of that in a single episode. How good can the writing be? Which leads me to episode 13. Final warning of spoilers ahead, by the way. During previous episodes, there was the continuation of Yamada's growing popularity as an actress, and the school trip to Kyoto, a thing that Kyotaro really wanted to do because on his first year he couldn't really enjoy it because of the loner status. And on the other hand, Yamada had an audition for a movie based on a book that they were both enjoying. But she decides to miss it, without telling Kyotaro, so that they could spend time together in the trip. But Kyotaro finds out, and as they are walking together, he confronts her.
なんでそんな顔するんだよ。
She wanted to enjoy the trip together, but is sad about not taking the audition. And he is relieved to find out about it. To find out about her finally doing something she enjoys. Something that makes her happy, even if that means not spending time together. That is the Yamada that he learned to love. And so, he tells her. He has changed, got new friends. He can even talk to other girls now. And he has learned to enjoy going to school. Even without her, he would still enjoy school. But it is thanks to her that he could change. And that is why...
山田が好きだ。
As they run to the station to go to the audition, she's about to tell her feelings too. But another student stops the confession. And I remember it was at this moment when I was like, okay, I guess we're going for the typical trope of rom-coms again. Let's go for another season where they will take another 12 episodes to finally start dating. But wait, we still have 5 more minutes. And as he runs to the usual spot, remembering all the good moments together, they finally meet. And we learn the other side of the story. She has also grown. From jealousy, selfishness. She finally has realized what's important and special to her. Her family, her friends. But the most important and special thing to her is...
私の全部。
As she asks him out, he and her, they fall in love.
大好き。
I'm not crying. You're crying. Oh god, they even had the awkward bump on the forehead for the first kiss. How well does this author understand middle school romance? This anime can be a slow burn sometimes, but it knows when to push the pedal and hit you in the feels when it needs to. Combined with a respectable animation that knows how to use its tools to its fullest. I mean, look at the attention to detail. They even showed the shade on his bangs moving from his point of view. Also a story that resembles a real-life depiction of 2 middle schoolers learning about love and the best character development ever. And you get what I think, in my humble opinion, is the best romance anime ever made. If you have yet to check out The Dangers in My Heart, what are you waiting for? Go to the first season and start watching. Because my god, this is such a good anime. And with that said, we come to the conclusion of this anime review. What do you guys thought of The Dangers in My Heart Season 2? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, see you guys next time.